Hey guys, how we doing today? This is Derek, Foxy Flattails Trapping. We're out here on the river. Got some beaver sets in. I set them last night. I didn't video putting them in for the fact of I did not want to drop my phone in the water. But we got success, and I'm going to show you how I made this set, why I made this set here. And yeah, you'll see the big guy we just got. Stay tuned. All right, guys, here we are. This right here, artificial slide that I made, coming down in, running along the riverbank. You can see. Now, if you trap rivers for beavers, you know sometimes you do not find a lot of sign. And the reason you don't find a lot of sign, well, you have flowing water. Flowing water will carry these sticks away, downstream, whatnot. So with that being said, I found one lone chew stick here yesterday evening. One stick, that's it. I came down, I said, you know what? He's here. He's coming by here. He might not come by here tonight, but he'll be by. So what I did was I took my shovel, which I'll show you my shovel and everything I use. I dig this out. I just make a slide, okay? And then what I like to do is I made this an artificial slide. I did not make it as a Castor Mounds set. So after I dig this out, I like to put sack oil up here on a stick. Just put a little sack oil. Sack oil, what that is that's what they groom their fur with. It's kind of like their body odor. I did not have any sack oil. I just used a little bit of castor, as you can see right here. And I didn't even make it like a Castor Mound. I just put it on the ground like a beaver climbed up here. Just you got an intruder in your territory. Come down, dug out a trap bed right here, put it in. Now, typically on these beavers, I love a hind foot catch. And the reason I like a hind foot catch is you get your bigger beavers, your kits, they'll go right by the trap, never get them. At this area here, I wanted a front foot catch. I have fishermen coming by, whatnot. I wanted to get them, wanted to hurry up, get them in the water, get them drowned, get them out of sight. You can see, here he is. I already pulled it up just to check and see how big he was, make sure we had him on there before I made a video and all that. But my sack actually goes way out there. And you couldn't see him. You couldn't see anything. It just looked like, white debris out in the river, which you walk right by, don't think anything of it. With that said, so hey, let me put my gloves on. I'm gonna try and set this darn phone up so I can make a video remaking this set. I did order a tripod last night, so yeah, stay tuned here. We're gonna remake this set 100%. I'm gonna show you guys how I do it and hopefully connect with another one tonight. All right, guys, here we are. You're up in the slide. So what I have is this sack. This sack right here, I shoveled dirt in there, and that's my weight. That's my drowner weight. There's our beaver. 11 gauge wire. Run 11 gauge wire down to the sack, tie it off. This right here is a Bridger number 4. I get them, I just spray paint them this rust color. Kind of resembles the sand color of the river bottom. Nothing much. These beavers really aren't, particular. I'm mainly trying to camouflage it from, like I said, fishermen. I don't want someone to steal this trap. That's a $20 trap right there. I don't want to lose it. So, yeah, there's our guy. We still have a couple more beaver sets to check today, and we might have him. All right, guys, we're going to remake his set. Bridger number 4. Let me get it down my wire, and I'll show you exactly what I have here. This is a trapping these beavers, believe it or not, are pretty simple. No scent control needed. This is real water, real deep water here. I just got to be careful. And like I said on these rivers, man, it's hard to get a lot of sign because you constantly have water flowing. Don't get discouraged if you walk the river and don't see a darn thing. Yes, you'll see chew sticks on the bank, as in like the stumps, and I have stumps here, but all these stumps are old. It looks like they're from 1992. They're all dead, they're dry rotted. I could kick them over, break them. Again, that's not a reason to not set that area. When you see that one lone stick, that beaver was here. He was sitting here feeding. One other thing to look for are, well, I dug out a fake run here. Look for runs, look for tracks in the mud. It seems like the softy, muddy, slow, like slough areas of the river, you're gonna find more beavers. They like to dig, I know that. They like their castor mounds. That's another thing you look for, castor mounds. It's essentially just a ball of mud like this with leaves in it. Put your nose down to it if you know what castor smells like. It's gonna smell like castor. You know, beavers are real territorial, believe it or not. And the minute they smell another beaver, they're there. I don't really know many other sets you could do on a lot of these rivers unless you're in perfect scenario other than runs, castor mounds, an occasional bottom edge set. I mean, the bottom edges, though, on these rivers, it's tough because unless you're trapping from a boat. If you're trapping from a boat, you could get to them deep spots where you could get a 46-inch stabilizer down into the ground, you know, where your bank is straight down like a shelf, essentially, straight down, straight up, 90-degree angle. There is actually a spot downriver further where I could do it, but I got fishermen going there. I don't want them to steal my traps, so I just set 2 footholds, and that's it. So, sack, fill it up with mud. No need to carry weights in. As you can hear the cars, I'm not far off the road. I fill this sack up with dirt. That's my drowner weight. No need to carry weights into the woods, no matter you're walking 10 feet, 200 feet, 2 miles. No need for it. Carry a little feed sack, works plenty. So, that guy's out in deep water now. Bridger number 4. I really like these. I just bought them this year for the first time. My preferred trap is Sleepy Creek number 4, and the only reason is I'm not knocking these Bridgers at all because I love them. They're great. Like I said, I just bought these this year. I actually just ordered another half dozen the other day. But they're a little beefier here on our shank, you know. And I've had my very first beaver I caught, 16 years old. I ended up catching him on a Duke number 3, front foot catch. Again, I didn't know what I was doing. I just took a little caster out and did my thing. And I caught him, and believe it or not, that beaver actually bent the shank of the trap. So, what I do is I have that wire out in deep water tied to the feed sack. I run the wire back, and I'm going to show you this once I get these gloves off. I don't want to drop my phone, ruin my phone. Have a wire to a stake. There is no pressure on this stake at all. I mean, you could put it in the softest, sandiest soil. There's no pressure. All your weight and pressure is on that sack when that beaver gets out there. So, set this guy, set it on my leg. Maybe put it on my other leg, might be easier. Set it. All right, like I said, I prefer a hind foot catch, but where I'm at, I'm going for a front foot. I'm far from where these beavers live. Typically, the farther you are from, I'm gonna call it a nesting area, from their home, their nesting area, the bigger the beaver you're gonna get, typically. Those kits are staying close to home, they're staying close to mommy. So I'm far enough away where it shouldn't matter. So what I'm gonna do, this trap, I don't put it in for, say, this way with the bank in the front. I go sideways, loose jaw to the side of my run. Reason I do that, if I miss them on the front foot, I'll show you these things hind feet. If you've never seen them, they're big. I want that entire hind foot in there if I miss them. Bed that trap in there solid. Now what I do, take a little bit of water, just splash this up here. We're frozen here this morning. slick at up just a tiny bit, not that it really matters. Now, do I need more castor here? Probably not. But you know what? I got an ounce of it. I've paid this jar off. This is my 7th beaver here in the last, week and a half or so. The areas I trap, if I remember, I gotta look in the book again, but I think I'm allowed 20 beavers in this area I'm in, and then we have a camp up north, I'm allowed 10 up there. So far I got 4 down here and 3 up there. So that's all I'm taking. I don't want a lot of castor here. And I have had where beavers, other beavers see one get caught with this castor, they will not enter this set. I've seen little castor mounds all around my set. They will not enter that trap. Beavers, I don't care who you are, what you say, if you pinch one, these guys will get as smart as a coyote, and he will not come into your set. So with that being said, that little bit of castor, I'll just set it down in the run. And again, I'm gonna show you that here in a minute. All right, guys, so here's that fake run again I dug out. I don't know if you can see, there's my trap chain. There's my trap right there. And you can see right here, I just have a wire tied off to a stake. I use 11 gauge wire. Some guys like aircraft cable. I don't, because I don't know the predetermined length I need. And then there's my stick, a little bit of castor right there. That's it. Look at this guy. You can see my hand. That's a nice big beaver right there. So it's definitely an adult. This is the shovel I like to carry. I like to carry a nice 3-foot shovel. While I'm trapping beavers, I get into some deep water and I use this kind of as a walking stick, a guide, so that, well, I don't take a step and go head under. And then, as you can see, that white sack, it just looks like debris out in the river. That's it. There's somebody walking by here, never know. And here's our bank. So I don't know if I said this, typically in an area I like to take 2-3 beavers out. That is it, the tops. Then I have them again for next year. You know, that's totally up to you. You want to trap them out and hope more move in, that's up to you. That's just the way I am. I like to just thin them out a little bit, let them reproduce, come back next year, catch some more. Well, we're going to get this guy up to the truck, get to the next location, and hopefully we got another one to show you. We're just down the river. We got that beaver right up there. So I have another set right here. We did not connect on this one. But as you can see, it looks a little rough right now just because the dirt's froze, little crystals on it. But right here, this is actually a Castor Mounds set. All that I did, just like I showed you up above, took a glob of mud off the bottom of the river, threw it up there, just like a cow pie. Threw it up there, threw a little stick in with some beaver castor and whatnot. This trap here was actually froze. It got real cold last night, I think like 23, something like that. You can see the edge has a little ice on it, but this trap here had some ice in that little channel. So again, I have it set up for a front foot catch on a drowner, 11 gauge wire, running out. You can't even see my sack. Can't see my sack at all. And then right here, I just have some guide sticks. And when you get in these rivers like this, I always like to take a stick and kind of put it upstream at the water's edge, so that way it stops debris from floating into your set. That's all, just kind of gets it. You see how that leaf right there got caught up? It just keeps it from getting around the jaws going into your sets. This is how I trap beavers. Again, if you watched my movie yesterday on foxes, whatever I do, just because I do it doesn't mean it's 100% right. You guys have your own methods. I have my own methods. Maybe you don't have any methods and you're just trying to get some ideas. And that's fine, because your strategy is going to differ 100% from mine. Guarantee it. But hey, with that being said, this was my second set. We did not connect. I reset that other trap. There's our flat tail here. Let's get up top there. I'll show you. This thing's a freaking pig. And just to show you, that's the shovel I like to carry. 3 foot. When you're going for a hind foot catch on a beaver, I actually use this shovel as a gauge. My depth, tip to back of the shovel, that's my depth. And I actually set the trap that far back. So when that beaver comes into the water, he comes in, and then when his chest hits land, he breasts. And by breasting, he sets his back feet down, front feet come out, and then as soon as he sets his back feet down, bam, We got him in a trap. Doesn't even disturb our set. Makes his way out to deep water. There, you can see the sack right there. Makes his way out to deep water. Never knew it hit him. So, look at that guy. I'm a size, what, 13 shoe. Look at that tail. I mean, that is a massive tail. And I told you I'd show you guys their feet. Look at them feet. That's why I like that trap. I like them to go through the jaws, not over the jaws. You'll get that whole hind leg. But again, like I said, where I'm at, with all the fishermen here, I just wanted to get him underwater, you know, get him drowned and whatnot. So, hey, stay tuned, guys. I'm going to turn back on when we get to our other spot, and hopefully we got one to show you. Hello, guys. Derek, Foxy Flattail Trapping. We're at our second location. We got skunked. But I just want to give you guys some locations and why I set where I set. You can see the water level in the river. It dropped down. My trap's out. It's frozen. You got to get down there and fix it. Right here at this location, there were a few chew sticks. You could see that bright stick right there. That was one. But our main thing is we have this slide coming up, this trail coming up. I don't know if you could see it, but that beaver coming here, and he was digging, and I could see his tracks yesterday. And you could see right here where he was digging for roots. You know, came up, came back down, and went right back into the water. And right here, again, this was his slide. I really did nothing here. He already had this trail. I literally dug it out a little bit for a trap bed. And again, I would rather use sack oil. I didn't have any. I just put some castor down on the leaves there in his little slide. And that was my set. And come out here. Now that water looks a lot shallower than what it is. But that's actually about 3 feet deep, 2 feet deep. But you can see my feed sack out there. I fill that feed sack up with dirt, rocks, everything. Get my weight. I make them heavier than they probably have to be. I make them probably about 50, 60 pounds. Throw them out in deep water. That beaver will get there on a front foot catch. He'll drown, you know, in no time. But that's really why I set this trap here. Yeah, I mean, beaver trapping on a river, it's a lot easier than you think. I mean, a lot of guys would probably walk up this river and say, man, there's nothing here. I can't find any sign. What's going on? There's sign. Just because you don't see chew sticks doesn't mean they're not here. Look at that current. That beaver's going to chew that stick, set it on the side. He could push off to go swim out in the river. Boom. Knocks his chew sticks free. They get in the current and float down. I mean, just because you're not seeing chew sticks, heck, look up here. Other than that scratching, there's nothing here really for them to eat. Nothing that they like. Nothing at all. These are all like hollow, you know, reeds. Them beavers don't want that. So they're swimming through here. This is their territory. When you get places like this, you might not connect every day, but you will catch big beaver. Again, I had this set up for a front foot catch. Just to get them drowned. There's quad trails, all kinds of trails back in here. I don't want these kids seeing it because they see that beaver. Heck, just see my trap like that, they're going to take it, mess with it, set it off, put sticks in it, who knows. So that's that. Let me get this set remade. All I'm going to do, literally, not much to show you. I'm just going to dig that out, you know, get that trap back into deep water, put a little bit more castor down. Nothing much, but I'm going to leave each trap set, and I'll get back to the next one and show you why I set where I set it. And again, the water went down again last night, and that trap there also is out of the water. So stay tuned, and we'll get back. All right, guys, I got this trap reset. Let that cloud disappear away. It's easier for me to explain to you on these videos from up above. Like I said, I don't want to fall, drop my phone, then I'll be screwed. Something happens to me. But you could see the trap pan right there under them bubbles. One thing I failed to mention in the first location we were at, I always offset that that trap pan. It's always offset. And the reason I offset that guy is that beaver's not like a cat or a dog where he's foot in front of foot. He's walking, you know, foot next to foot. So when he comes in there, he's going to breast. He'll swim in off the river and he'll breast right there. So he'll actually walk the rest of the way in there. And when he's walking, you could see my springs really seeing it clearing out. You could see him walking in there. Boom. We'll hit him. That thing's offset I'd say probably good 2.5 inches off the center of that run. You figure his nose is going to be on the center of that run. Then that'll be a perfect, that should be a left foot catch. If I don't catch him in the left foot, then I don't know what the heck he was doing. But that should be a left foot catch. And again, if I miss him on the front, I always have the back foot to get him on. But being that we only have 2.5, 3 feet water here, I want to get him drowned quick. That's why I'm going to catch him in the front foot. So, and as you could see on the left side there, or left, I have that stick just on the surface of the water to keep our debris from floating in. And then there's one of his chew sticks right there, just another guide, just some eye appeal, so he could see that white and say, man, who the hell is in my territory? Why is he here? Why is he eating my sticks? So that's that. Well, that's that location. Maybe we can connect on this tonight. Let's get down to our other set, and I'll show you why I set it, where I set it, and how I set it. That one there is just the Castor Mound, nothing special. All right, guys, here we are. We're at our second location, and you can see right here, beaver kind of has a little bit of protection. Think of a muskrat. Muskrat likes to make a feed bed, hide under stuff, eat, whatnot. So, I mean, there isn't much protection here, but there's a little bit of shelter for him. And those sticks that I have using as guides were actually sitting here. So he was here eating them at one point. And I'm going to zoom in. If you look down in the water there's a couple more sticks there. So he's coming here. He's just chilling out. There were tracks where I dug out. But he's coming, chilling out. And again, just because we didn't get him tonight doesn't mean we're not going to get him. We're far away from their home, from what I'm seeing. I'm not seeing a lot of sign here. And I like being far away from their home because we're going to get the big boys. We're going to get the adults, you know, the super blankets. But again, this beaver trapping on these rivers, I can't stress it enough. Just because you don't see sign or a lot of sign doesn't mean they're not there. For example, last week, a week and a half ago, my wife and I went up to our camp. We got fresh snow. There was not a beaver chew stick anywhere. Well, it also rained prior to us getting up there. We didn't know. So what was there? There was a trail in the snow where he came out and he was digging up for roots. I said, you know what? This is all we got. We're going to set a trap. And we set one there. 2 days later, we had them. So again, just because they're not going there every day, they're checking out their territory. It's like a mink, like a coyote, you know, anything that's territorial, they're checking out their area. Look at you. You know, you have your house. You're doing whatever you can to protect it. You check every night, I'm sure. Check to make sure windows locked, doors are locked, all that. That beaver, he might not be checking it every day, but he's checking it, you know, throughout the week. But that's what we have. I got to get down there. As you can see, the water level came out. Now this trap here, it's not following my rules by the beaver coming through the jaws. He's coming over top of the jaws. The way that trap bed was dug out and all that, last night it was getting dark. That's why that trap is set like that. Again, I'm going to drown him. It's probably making me look bad because I didn't do what I'm telling you guys that I like to do. It's just how it was last night. My wife and I were down here. We wanted to get in, get out, and get some dinner. She was getting a little hangry. Don't tell her I said that. So yeah, that's that. And you can see my sack down in the water right here. I'm going to get this set remade, and that's about it, guys. Well, hey, a good day on the line. We got us a nice beaver. Please leave a comment. Subscribe to this channel. Let me know what you guys want to see. I'm in Pennsylvania. There might be animals that I can't trap that you can. Unfortunately, I can't help you with them. There's animals right now, for mink, for instance. Mink and muskrat are out of season here, unfortunately, because there are a ton of mink tracks in this area. And I just happened to find this spot yesterday. We just decided to go on a road trip and we found it. So with that being said, guys, hey, good luck to you. Have a great week. Maybe I could get some foxes for you, show you guys some fox catches. Other than that, if you have any questions, please feel free to comment, subscribe, like the video, dislike the video if you don't like it. Let me know what I could change up to make you guys happy. Hey, take care.